think I'm gonna try to switch things up a little bit just because I started this whole thing to keep everybody along the process of my gym journey and getting ready for my first bikini competition. But I was quickly realizing that it's really redundant and not that exciting. So I think what I'm going to do is just have like separate videos specifically to my gym life. So this is gonna be my gym life vlog, and I'll just show you guys like my workouts and what I'm doing to improve each workout, and progress pictures and gym outfits maybe, I don't know. So we're gonna try this out and see how it goes. Might stick around, might not, but I think it's gonna be cool to see the progress of my form and my weights that I'm able to do throughout the future years to come. So enjoy. So right now in my training program, I am doing full body workouts. So on Monday, we start off strong with the angled leg press machine. Each week, she kind of ups some of my sets. So sometimes I'll do 3 sets, sometimes I do 4 sets, and I usually do about 8 to 15 reps. And she really wants me to start focusing on slow and controlled and pausing at the bottom of each movement. So that usually makes everything 10 times harder. I can't show you all of my workouts, so I'm just showing you some that I'm trying to work on and the ones that I love. And this one is one that I am working on. She wants me to focus on really pushing my hips forward as I'm coming up and pausing at the bottom with that resistance band to put as much tension on the glutes as possible. I find that my glutes don't like to grow. I have been working on my glutes for as long as I can remember, and they just don't want to grow, it seems. So it's a work in progress. I'm trying. Now this is gonna trigger me because everybody's seen those ads for the magnetic stands for their phones to be propped up in the gym. Well, newsflash for you guys. They don't hold your phone up if you've got a bigger phone. As you can see, it is slowly falling down. Quite awkward. Alright, so now my problem child, the lateral raises. We've been working on this since I started with her. In the beginning, we noticed that I was using a lot of my traps to assist with the lateral raises, so now we've bumped the weight way down, and we're really trying to work on that form and focus on feeling that tension in the medial delts as I'm lifting it up sideways. Trying to start with the raise in my elbow and tilting my pinkies upwards like I'm pouring a teapot. It's a work in progress, but I do feel like I am improving, and she thinks so as well. So it's exciting to see the progression that I've made. When it comes to this movement, she really wants me to focus on range of motion with my triceps and really locking it out at the top. You can tell that I've kind of got that lockout. Sometimes it's just not very consistent. So I think she wants more consistent lockouts and better range of motion, and trying not to arch my back and swing it up. With the incline chest press, she really wants me to focus on my front delts and my triceps. So that's what we're focusing on here. Obviously, it's going to be working a little bit of the chest, but the main priority is focusing on the delts and triceps and being slow and controlled like all the other ones, and keeping that tension all the way even at the bottom. Core, we're doing planks here. She wants me to start integrating vacuums in with the planks, so that definitely takes the level up a notch. I can usually hold a regular plank for about a minute, but whenever you're doing a vacuum, I don't know what it is. I think it's just not being able to breathe fully. It really makes it a lot harder. But yeah, so we're doing planks as long as you can. we've got our classic leg raises, also working out your abs. And I like these pretty good. I get a good burn if I just keep going consistently without stopping. Moving on to our leg day workouts, we've got the leg curl, and this one she wants me to focus on controlling it on the way up and really locking in that top part, squeezing my hamstrings and getting the burn, and then slow and controlled all the way down. Squats are new to me. I've never done hack squats before, and it definitely felt way different from any other leg press or squat machine that I've used. So I do like it. I could definitely feel it in my quads real good, and in my glutes. So she wants me to start adding more weight and again, controlling it all the way down, pausing a little bit, and then coming all the way back up, but not fully extended. She wants me to have a little bit of a bend in my knees still. And we've got our RDLs again, just regular RDLs this time, no band. She really wants me to focus on keeping my toes planted on the ground and pausing at the bottom before coming back. And we're slowly starting to increase the weights on this too. This is a video from a different day, but we're doing Bulgarian split squats, which stuff. And I definitely find it easier to do this whenever my foot is on a leg extension bar. It just feels better. And we've got our lovely leg extensions. And you know the drill, she wants me to pause at the top, limit that swinging that happens at the top. You can see how it doesn't like stay flat whenever I pull it all the way up. So she wants me to control that up and make sure it's smooth and not swinging. Next we have the single leg hip thrust, which is actually part of a superset that she has me doing. She has me doing a regular hip thrust, a single leg hip thrust, and then some hip abductors all for one set. And let me tell you, these are very spicy for the single legs. I hate them with a passion. Another separate day like video, but we're doing leg extensions now. She really wants me to try to make sure I'm focusing on that glute activation as I kick it up. This was my first time doing it during this round of exercises, so I think I've gotten better. So hopefully I can find another video later on and show you some improved form. For our upper body day, she has me doing some landmine rows, and yes, I've corrected the issue here. It's better to use these small plates so you can have more range of motion as you're coming up than the big ones. So we've made that adjustment, and I'll show you guys that in an updated video sometime. The last program we were doing, I was doing incline chest press, but now we're just doing flat bench chest press. So every time I start a new program with her, I always have to humble myself and go back on weight a little bit, because she's always like, you need to pause or go slower. And when I do that, I notice I'm definitely not as strong and controlled with my normal weights. So this is the first time doing chest press with the dumbbells. It felt good. She wants me to go up in weight though. She thinks I did pretty okay with this, so yay. And we all know the drill at this point. If you think my phone camera is sliding down slowly, it's not. Just kidding, it is, because these magnets suck. But we've got the cable shoulder press. She wants me to start going up in weight a little bit just to create constant tension, and again, we're trying to maintain muscle, not lose it, so she thinks I was going too light here.
we got the seated tricep extension, I guess, or something like that. Push down. I don't know. It's supposed to work your triceps. So she wants me to have more range of motion in here, so pulling my elbows back a little bit further and feeling that pull. And then she wants me to lock it down at the bottom of this push and really feel my triceps. It's so crazy because I can see, like looking at this video right now, I can tell I've made so many changes with my body, but in the moments you really don't notice it. But anyways, we're doing bicep curls. It's supposed to be on the cable preacher curl, but we don't have easily accessible preacher curl benches to move around, so we're just doing the machine. And she wants me to be squeezing my biceps all the way at the top and as I'm coming down to really keep that bicep engaged. And we've worked on my form a little bit, so hopefully in my follow-up videos you will be able to see that. We got the overhead tricep extension. These are definitely way easier to get going than the other tricep extension. But anyways, she wants me to be, locking it out at the bottom of each rep, really feeling my tricep flex, and then she wants me to have more range of motion, so pulling my hands back a little bit further, creating more tension on that tricep. And then we've got the incline bicep curl, same thing, locking it out at the top and keeping my bicep engaged all the way down as I'm lowering it. I used to hate the fact that I was curling 10s because I could do 15, but then when she told me to slow it down and squeeze more, I quickly realized that I was not able to handle 15 pounds anymore. So we're at 10, but hopefully we can start to progress once we're back on a full eating diet and I can be strong again. Yeah, and on arm days we do stair stepper for the cardio, and I am just always so baffled at how sweaty I get with the stair stepper. So I recorded it after this session because I was like, I feel like I'm in a Gatorade commercial. But I also kind of loved it, so here's me flexing a little bit. Also, yes, people say that nobody's paying attention to you in the gym, but low-key they are, because I know I'm one of those people, and I definitely caught somebody else watching me do all of this. But you just gotta own it and be confident in what you're doing. So I saw him staring at me as I was recording myself sweating, so I was like, oh heck it, I might as well own this and practice some posing while we got people watching. Get used to it. Get used to the eyes on you. So then the next day we're back on legs again, and we were doing some RDLs with the barbell. These feel pretty good lately, so I'm excited. I remember when I first started this whole journey, I was passing out every time I was doing these exercises. But turns out I am not one of those people who can work out fasted. I have to have some type of carb on my stomach and no fat, otherwise I will throw up. So I think we found the trick to making it through these exercises. Then we got some curtsy lunges, which I have a love-hate relationship with. I kind of love them because I can definitely feel my glutes working in there, but they do be kind of hard and my quads get really tired. And these little weights, like 12.5 pounds, they really feel like a lot after your second set, for me personally. We've got some stability ball hamstring curls, which if you guys haven't tried that before, you definitely should, because it is a really good hamstring workout. I'm still trying to master it myself, but I was first exposed to it by Whitney Simmons. I used to do her app before I had a coach, and she had this on one of her programs, and I hated it because it was so hard. It burned so good, and it definitely requires you to stabilize while you're moving everything. It's an underrated exercise, I think, that not a lot of people are doing, but I can feel it really good as somebody who has difficulty feeling muscle groups being isolated. And then again, we've got the barbell hip thrust. So she gave me pointers to make sure I'm doing the right range of motion with this, and she wants me to start lightly tapping the plates to the ground as I'm down to make sure I'm fully depressed, I guess, in the hips. Because when we're doing the cast glute bridges, then we're definitely halving that amount of range of motion. So she wants me to make sure I'm having a distinct difference. So I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of my transformation so far. I have been noticing a lot of changes happening, which is really exciting. But I'm also noticing a lot of mood changes and cravings happening. But these are all things that my coach say are completely normal and part of the prep process. And I've said it earlier, but it's so crazy to see the pictures of the changes that are happening with my body, because in everyday life, I feel like I look the same as when I started. I can feel myself and I know I have differences going on. And there's moments where I do notice that I've changed, but it's so hard to feel like you're actually making progress still when you don't see drastic changes overnight. But again, that's part of the journey, and part of what makes all of this so hard is just trusting the process and committing to the whole process, you know? But I'm feeling really good. I'm really loving how well I'm turning out, so hopefully I can maintain this streak and keep improving and be show ready by April 8th. We'll see. Thanks for watching this whole clip and vlog about my gym life and my journey. And if there's any questions or tips, please feel free to leave some comment. And I'll see you guys later.